Well, we have so many options with how we curate our homes today. And so we shape the homes we live in to some extent, but how do the homes we live in shape us?
All of us have been in buildings, whether it was a church or one of my favorite buildings on earth is Grand Central Station in New York City.
Yeah.
I feel like there is possibility. I mean, I just feel enlivened when I'm in that space. There are other buildings, I won't name certain airports or fast food chains, where you're in there, and it's like it's easier to believe that life is meaningless, chaotic, and dark. And so what are the subtle pressures on a civilization, on a culture, the things we build are exerting back on us?
Sure.
It's a very interesting question.
Yeah.
And I think it's most pronounced in the building you spend most time in, which is your home. I think the housing, the shelter of our future, is going to be quite different than the housing we have known. My whole work and effort is to make sure by different we mean more in line with human hopes, values, and aspirations.
How do 3D printed homes address the needs across the entire housing sector?
Yeah, so in general, the advantages of the 3D printing is we can build a higher quality home faster and more affordably with more design freedom. So what happens when affordable housing can be beautiful? You don't have to choose between beauty and cost. I think it sort of supports us there. I think for like middle-class, working-class families, you can sort of express your own dignity. You can get a better product at a lower cost. And then, of course, at the very high end, what 3D printing enables is much more incredible experimentation with forms and architectural possibilities that when they get onto something, then sort of can trickle down through the rest of the ecosystem. So it really is a new way of building that will sort of raise the water level across the spectrum.
No one knows the value of a house better than those who don't currently have one, which is why Icon has been long involved in projects like the Community First Village, lending their 3D printing tech to create homes for those in need.
We have an existing paradigm, call it the 2x4 paradigm. And we use 2x4s to shelter homeless people, and we use 2x4s to build the mansions of the wealthiest people in our society. And we think we're sort of cutting in at that layer. And so if we can improve the fundamental foundational way that we build, that it will have application to all kinds of housing. Right? We're not sort of focused on a niche kind of housing, but the DNA of Icon has always been to focus those results as fast as we can on the very vulnerable and the very poor.
So as you're dabbling with what the future of the American home could be, what are some things that need to remain unchanged?
Safety, comfort, and security are always going to be part of what it means to have a true home. But then as you sort of elevate that, we don't just want our homes to shelter us, we want them to speak to us in a funny way. We want them to speak to us about the things that we most value and most believe.
To inspire us.
Yeah. All homes should shelter us. The best homes should really reflect back to us the things that we hold most dear.